Annyeonghaseyo, Otokejine Shibnika. Hello, how are you doing, everybody? We are here on rFactor 2 testing out Formula 1 at the Seoul E-Prix here in South Korea. How is this one gonna go? I don't know, but it could be a bit of a disaster at an FE track. We are here driving as Charles Leclerc today as we exit the paddock with an unsafe pit release to kick things off here now, but we're at the Seoul E-Prix, so I actually tried watching this Grand Prix, or E-Prix I should say, but it will be the Seoul Grand Prix this time with the F1 car, but I'm going to take you guys for a quick lap and hopefully not into many barriers, but basically, like I said, I watched this Grand Prix, E-Prix, a while back there when Formula E was still going, the season was, and they actually had a big pile up in one of the corners, and then I went to bed because they had a big red flag, and I said, you know what, I'm not staying up to watch that. So this track, it's an interesting one. You're in a sports stadium, as you can see here, but then you go through this tunnel. You go under this tunnel onto the city streets. So you go inside of a sports stadium, you go outside of a sports stadium, and then you're on the city streets like this right here. You get that rear wing open here, and then of course we have some very Formula E kind of 90-degree corners, and then you go into a heavy braking zone, and not a whole lot of grip right there, but then we once again straight line, then we have another heavy braking zone here, and then you just hope you don't hit any barriers like that right there, and then we have another one. It just continues here now, as it's not a very lengthy lap either, so it's pretty quick around here now as we would once again get going. There you see the stadium that we're going into. I was paying too much to the stadium. So I was paying way too much attention to that stadium, and now that's what we're also, I believe, going to be going back into here briefly. Here you see it on our right side. So we go through this like little weird chicane, and then we are into the stadium here, and then of course doing what we just did, but we're going to do it 10 more times in the race. We are ready to go. Lights out here from Seoul. Why is Hamilton starting all the way back here? I don't know, but nonetheless, we're about to be lights out underway. Here we go from the Seoul Grand Prix. Now, this is a little bit aside from the video really quick, but I spent, multiple hours trying to figure out what was wrong with my wheel here, specifically in rFactor 2, and all I had to do was simply load my wheel profile, and that was it, and it was fixed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It was just a simple, about 5-second change I had to do, and yeah, so it's fixed now. I'm happy about that, but nonetheless, I mean, it is an absolute mess in here. What are you guys doing? They're all running into everything here now. I cannot overtake or put DRS on yet, but nonetheless, we are not even into the stadium section yet, and oh no, this is why we can't have nice things. F1 cannot go to a Formula E track because of moments like that right there. That was a bit of a mess. We continue on here, following Lewis Hamilton now as, oh my god, this car is really quiet for some reason, it sounds like, but you gotta be really, really smart through there. There's that little overtake lane on the right-hand side in Formula E. You can go through that lane, lose time, and instead have a speed boost here. Now you notice the AI, they are on the soft compound tire versus myself. I'm on the medium compound tire because I feel like with a 10-lap race, I'm going to be definitely better later in the race compared to these guys that will be struggling. I feel like 10 laps is going to be enough to make enough of a difference here now, as I'm just trying to, of course, remember my braking zones here just behind Lewis. We're only in P17, but things got really spread out there, so it was a bit of a disastrous start. Hamilton, I'm sorry, Lewis, I killed him. I swear I was not trying to end Lewis Hamilton's career here now as we're back underway again. And what I learned from that first one, we want to be really aggressive on the start. They get going quite a bit, but I'm going to send one. Oh, it's a dead stop. That's okay, thankfully. No damage. Here in this rFactor mod that we're using currently, I have it turned completely off. I'm going to send another one up the inside here. I didn't notice that was Lando or Daniel, but we're going to try and go around the outside, getting those elbows out and getting aggressive, getting physical, maybe a little bit too physical. So we're going to try that again here now, as we're going to be doing a big lunge down into turn one, stop on the brakes, run into the back of Alex Albon, and now as we're going to head down into the next corner, not going to be able to send it like I did last time there, but you know what, we make some good gains up into the top 10. Now it's just all about being smart and safe and just getting through these corners, and it looks like we will be okay. I'm going to try and just take a peek up the inside of Albon, maybe a little bit too risky there, through the chicane into the stadium, side by side, but we miss any potential crashes in the back. Thankfully there, as I'm trying to get clear of Albon, which I will do right there down into second. This track is so weird, man. I mean, it's kind of fun, but at the same time it's so weird. I definitely am going to have to try doing a video as well with the NASCAR around this circuit and see what kind of differences we see on the racing product. I feel like that NASCAR could fit in pretty well here just by the physicality of this circuit, the way it's designed. It can really set up for that here. It is really quick through this section. Then of course you go into the heavy braking zone, nearly into the barrier. For some reason my DRS is not opening, so I think in the middle of fixing my wheel I have maybe also lost the keybind for DRS, so I'm not going to have DRS here. Now fortunately these straightaways are short enough to where you don't necessarily have to rely on DRS, but obviously that's one lap complete and I'm just going to move Mick Schumacher out of my way. Do I dare make it 3 wide? No, because Schumacher would have ended me if I even had tried right there, as now we are trying to make the move on the Haas. That's an aggressive move. What I like about this on rFactor 2, we can kind of throw, you know, all the racing standards away. We try to keep it still pretty clean, but we definitely don't have to be the cleanest driver in the world on the circuit here. Now I'm running into the back of Schumacher. That's just me being talentless at this point. Now Schumacher is slower than molasses. This is why Haas is getting rid of him. Goodness gracious. Don't mind if I do. And now we're going to move up into P8 and continue to try and move on. Trying to get into a bit of a rhythm here now as we head down the second gear. I would feel like I was just way too slow into that corner, but you know what, at the same time we got through there pretty good. Then we go down to second again, and yeah, I'm definitely, like, I don't know if I'm braking too early or what here now, is you got to really try and be careful through here. That was a horrendously bad hairpin right there. Down into second. This is going to be a barrier that I'm just going to use to help myself turn at this point through the chicane. Down again into the stadium. See if we can make up a little bit of time right here. You got to get those elbows up, but you got to be careful because the way this interior of the sports stadium is, it's just these corners, they're so weird and awkwardly timed that if I'm not following a car like that and kind of doing it on my own, I'm gonna have those kind of problems right there. And now Schumacher is actually gonna overtake me back, and we're gonna have to scrap it out with him again, aren't we? Now, as this is getting a little old at this point. I don't want to keep fighting with Mick. Oh my god, oh my god, oh no, oh, I destroyed him. I'm terrible here. He's being taken away. They have taken Mick Schumacher from me. It has not been a good Seoul Grand Prix weekend. We're going to end it on a 5-lap sprint here and see if we can move our way forwards now as we head down towards turn 1. And that was not a good start, and I'm on the outside, and we are stomping on the brakes here now as there is a corner there. So that would probably, you know, that would be why they would be doing that here, is we're going to get very aggressive. I'm on the soft compound tire now, by the way. I've been thinking maybe it's best we do that. And look at this, we're making a little bit of headway here. Oh, we got a bit of a stack up there. They're 3 wide in front of us. Now I'm going to go around the outside into the back of one of the Alphas. I'm getting turned by a Red Bull. Stop turning me. Who in the world? Are you kidding me? What in the world? Max Verstappen, goodness gracious. Go eat the food of all the budget cap that Red Bull spent that money on the food. Does that even make sense at this point now? I don't even, my English has just gotten terrible in this video, as there's so much been happening here that I cannot keep my words together properly. Oh my, okay, that was your fault. That was your fault, Fernando. That's exactly what you get. Now I'm trying to get the elbows out here and make the pass happen. I believe this might be Zhou Guanyu in front of me. I can't tell, but nonetheless, I'm not going to be able to make a move right there. Down in the braking zone again, a big push from behind. I just absolutely dumped him. I think it was Valtteri Bottas there as we continue on. I just have not, all episode long, have been able to kind of get into a rhythm here with the braking at this Grand Prix. It's crazy. They're pitting, I think. Yes, they're pitting. What are they doing? They are coming into everybody's coming into the pits. I think we have found an issue with the circuit, because there's still 1 lap remaining here in Seoul, and now we are leading this race and we're the only car remaining on track. So we're gonna come through to win in Seoul. Okay, no, hold on, the lap's actually not done. We got another corner to go apparently right here. So here we go, we come through to cross the line right there. We win in Seoul. We just drove the best, you know, all race long. Nobody really had anything for us, and that's all it took here now, is we can do a quick little burnout here to celebrate our Seoul Grand Prix victory. Well, it wasn't the prettiest of drives that I've ever put up on the board here. It's such an interesting, unique track, and I struggled the whole time. But if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.